WNNX HD1 College Park, Atlanta, and WWWQHD2 W255CJ, a Cumulus media station.
And now we begin our exciting adventure of
unplugged and acoustic performances from your favorite bands and artists. 99X is proud to present Live X.
All right, live from the Spanish Room at the Fox, please welcome Alanis Morissette.
I'd be lying if I said I was completely unscathed. I might be proving you right with my silence or my retaliation. Would I be letting you in little minor reaction? Yeah. And how would I explain? And how would I explain this to my children if I had them? Because I cannot. Because I cannot. Because I can't help wonder why you're asking me. Would it be whining if I said I needed a hug? Would you feel slighted if I said your life's not day? Nah. And how can I complain? And how can I complain when I am the one who reaches for it? Because I cannot. Because I cannot. Because I cannot walk without my crutches. Because I cannot. Because I cannot. Because I can't afford to be miserable one more time. To all the unheard wisdom in the schoolyard, you think you're the right ones. You swear you're the charmed ones, I'm sure. But how can you go on with such conviction? And who do you think you are? Why do you question me? Because we cannot. Because we cannot. Because we can't help laugh at our estimations. Because we cannot. Because we cannot. Because we can't afford to be these little one more time. Because we cannot. without my crutches. Thank you very much.
Put your hand up if you have a question for Alanis, and we'll try to get over to you.
We have
the
one.
Alanis press conference.
We have one right here.
Okay.
Well, first of all, thank you for doing this. This is really great of you.
Thanks for having me.
I know we all appreciate it. My name is Jace, and I was just wondering, I know you went to India not too long ago, and I was wondering what exactly you did there, because it seemed to influence you a lot, musically and lyrically.
I went with my mom and my 2 aunts and a couple of my girlfriends. We just went backpacking. We started in Calcutta, and then we went up north.
It's going to be a party when you take your mom on vacation.
It's going to be a
Right.
tour manager experience. No, she was amazing, actually. And one of my aunts had never left Ottawa, which is where I was born and raised. So the first time she ever left Ottawa, she landed in Calcutta, which was hysterical. And I realized it when we landed that perhaps, it wasn't the best idea. But she was amazing. So we just traveled all over the place, and we separated. And I went down south and did some yoga.
Anybody get sick there?
We all did. We all took turns. We passed the baton.
Yeah. We have another question over here.
Hi, Alanis. My name's Ansley, and you're unbelievable. I think you're such an inspiration to women, especially with what you have to say. This is kind of funny, but the song Dear Matthew, Dear Jonathan, whatever, those are real guys that you were involved with then?
In some shape or form, not always romantically. But,
Okay, because I was going to say if that's like their names, they have to be out there listening going, oh my God.
Some of them are...
Who's the next hit? That's me.
Hey...
I mean, I guess I was laughing, listening to it going, like, I can relate because girls are like that. You'll write down stuff, but if they ever called you and said anything, I guess I just want to ask, is that completely literal, or you're saying that it's kind of just...
No, I used variations on their names and nicknames. Some of them actually are real names. The people that I talk to directly, I use their real names.
Like, you don't want to ever date a guy named Harvey, because that would not sound good in a song. Like, Harvey...
It would sound perfect in a song, actually.
Harvey, or, I don't know.
Are you still mad I kicked you out of bed? Are you still mad I gave you ultimatums? Are you still mad I compared you to all my 40-year-old male friends? Are you still mad I shared our problems with everybody? Are you still mad I had emotional affair? Are you still mad I tried to mold you into who I wanted you to be? Are you still mad I didn't trust your intentions? Of course you are. Of course you are. Are you still mad that I flirted wildly? Are you still mad I had a tendency to bother you? Are you still mad I had one foot out the door? Are you still mad that we slept together even after we had ended? Of course you Are you still mad I wore the pants most of the time? Are you still mad that I seem to focus only on your potential? Are you still mad that I threw in the towel? Are you still mad that I gave up Thank you.
We're live at the Fox Theater with Alanis Morissette. What's your question?
Hi, my name's Lauren. It's nice to meet you.
Hey.
I guess I just want to ask, I know that a lot of your songs, whether or not they have anything to do with you, you still manage to put like a lot of personal emotion into it and everything. And I just want to know what made you decide to, I guess, go public, like to share your personal emotions, because I know it's like hard to let all your personal emotions out. What made you decide to go public with CDs and concerts and stuff like that?
I think it reached a point where it was hard for me not to. It was hard for me to repress and deny and sugarcoat. So I couldn't do it anymore, basically. When I started writing with Glenn, he just provided a very safe environment for me. I think that when we're in very nurturing environments, we tend to blossom. So I did that, and from that moment onward, especially in my music, not entirely in my life, but in my music, I can't help but being truthful.
Okay, hey Lance, I'm Rick.
Hey.
I was wondering what was the inspiration or the meaning behind Baba?
My having been in different environments that were touted as being spiritual and supportive and nurturing, and they were actually sometimes the opposite. There was a lot of competition and elitism within them, and they were supposedly based on compassion, and they actually weren't. So it was very confusing for me, and I wanted to write about it. I just want to introduce to you the people that are playing with me up here. This is Nick Lashley on guitar, Chris Cheney on bass, Gary Novak on percussion, Darren Johnson on keyboards, and Joel Shearer on guitar. It's a song called I Was Hoping. As we were talking outside, it was cold. We were shivering yet warm by the subject matter of my life is in the next room. We've been having troubles, you know. Please don't tell her or anyone, but I need to talk to somebody. He said, wouldn't it be a shame if I knew how great I was? 5 minutes before I died, I'd be filled with such regret. Before I took my last breath, and I said, but you're willing to tell me this now, and you're not going to die anytime soon. And I said, I haven't been eating chicken or meat or anything you said. Yes, but you've been wearing leather. Laughter said, at the top of the food chain, and yes, you're still a fine woman. And I cringed. I was hoping we could heal each other. I was hoping we could be brought together. We left the restaurant with a head waiter in his 60s said, goodbye, sir. Thank you for your business, sir. You're successful and established, sir. We like the frequency with which you dine here, sir. And you're my name. And when I walked by, they said, thank you too, dear. I was all pigtails and cords. There was a day when I would have said something like, hey dude, I could buy and sell this place, so kiss it. I too much thought I was worth something. I was hoping we could challenge each other. I was hoping we could crack each other up. I too once thought that when
life was cruel, and it's a cycle, really. You think I'm withdrawing and guilt tripping. I think you're insensitive and I don't feel heard, and I said, do you believe we are fundamentally judgmental?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dear Matthew, I like you a lot. I realize you're in a relationship with someone right now, and I respect that. I'd like you to know that if you're ever single in the future and you want to come visit me in California, I'd be open to spending time with you and finding out how old you were when you wrote your first song. Dear Jonathan, I liked you so much. I used to be attracted to boys who would like me and think solely about themselves, and you were plenty self-destructive for my taste at the time. I used to say, the more tragic, the better. The truth is, whenever I think of the early 90s, your face comes up with a vengeance like it was yesterday. Dear Terrence, I love you muchly. You've been nothing but open-hearted and emotionally available and supportive and nurturing and constantly there for me. I kept drawing you in, pushing you away. I remember how beautiful it was to fall asleep on your couch and cry in front of you for the first time. You were the best platform from which to jump me on myself. What was wrong with me? Dear Marcus, you rock my world. You had a charismatic way about you with the women, and you got me seriously thinking about spirituality. You would let me get away with kicking my own ass, but I could never really feel relaxed and look down for around you, and that stopped us from going any further than we did. And it's kind of too bad, 'cause we could have had much more fun. Dear Lou, we learned so much. as I do you. The long distance thing was the hardest. We did as well as we could. We were together during a very tumultuous time in our lives. I will always have your back and be curious about you, about your career, your whereabouts.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Andrea. I'm really nervous. I really idolize you a lot.
She's talking to Barnes.
What, did you want to talk to Alanis? Oh.
I know this is way off the wall, but what made you pose nude in your video and for your album?
Just my being really comfortable with my body over the last few years and not objectifying it, not treating it as the ornament that society often wants us to see it as, and treating it more like the instrument and being very unself-conscious about it. And it was very important for me to express that over the last few months.
If you were not lucky enough, if you're listening to this on the radio, we're not lucky enough to be one of the few hundred people who are in the room. Alanis is completely naked.
I can't believe you did
Fox
that.
Theater.
I mean, that's...
I was figuring that was going to come up at some point.
Special little thing here. Alanis, I have a question. We talked about your songs have a lot of relationship issues in them, and you've obviously been in your share and have broken up with some and have gone through tough times. If you had a fill in the blank, the one thing I always do wrong in a relationship is?
I put commitment before compatibility. But I don't anymore, actually.
You sign on the dotted line before you read the contract, right?
Yes, I go, yes. And then I find out that, we don't have anything in common.
So then do you think, the whole thing, love conquers all, then isn't true, that there are other things more important than just love that carry people through relationships?
Yeah, love won't really carry you through very much. Love is there with everybody. I love everybody. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I should be with somebody. This is a song called Baba.
I've seen them kneel with bated breath for the ritual. I've watched this experience raise them to pseudo higher levels. I've watched them leave their families in pursuit of your nirvana. I've seen them coming to line up from Switzerland and America. How long will this take, Baba? How long have we been sleeping? Do you see me hanging on to every word you say? How soon will I be holy? How much will this cost, girl? How much longer till you completely absolve me? I've seen them give their drugs up in place of makeshift altars. I've heard them chanting Cali, Cali frantically. I've seen them overlooking God in their own essence. I've seen them boasting robes and foreign sandalwood beads. How long will this take, Baba? How long have we been sleeping? Do you see me hanging on to every word you say? your feet. How long will this take, Baba? How long have we been sleeping? Do you see me hanging on to every word you say? How soon will I be holy? How much will this cost, girl? How much longer till you completely absolve me? Give me strength, I'll know it one. How long till it like 10 minutes? How much longer till you completely absolve me?
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. It's good.
Well, I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here and everyone at 99X. We really appreciate you doing this private session today. It was very special.
Thanks. It was
Thank
fun.
you.
Alanis Morissette, guys. You've been listening to the private session at the Spanish Room at the Fox with Alanis.
An encore presentation of Live X on Organic X, 99X. Yes, from 1999 at the Fabulous Fox, Alanis Morissette. Up next from our very own 99X studios, recorded in 2003, The Ataris on Live X.